Hey, welcome to another episode of Your Faith in Health Community. I'm your host, Pastor Jackie Jackson, and as always, on behalf of myself and our producer, Anita Alexander, we want to thank you very much for taking time out of your busy day to spend with us. Prayerfully, we'll give you some information that will improve your quality of life. Now, you know I'm going to do it. Yes, I'm going to do it. And listen, our guest here today is a health instructor, so health is really big. One thing you need to make sure you're healthy is you need health insurance. You never know when you're going to need to go to the hospital. And when you're dealing with this coronavirus right now, that is something that, the test may be free. But let's just say, and God forbid that it happens, that you come up positive. You may need to go to the hospital. Hospital bills are one of the leading causes for bankruptcy in this country. So if you have not gotten insurance, or if you have been in a position where your job you may have been laid off without health insurance, or you may have lost your job, you need to apply for health care. If you lost your job but you have another job now and your health care hasn't kicked in, you can go to the marketplace. That will make you a life-changing event. That means that you had a job, you had health care, you lost your job for whatever reason, and you no longer held health care, and now while you're waiting that 30 days, or you may have a job without health care, that means that you can go into the marketplace if you're eligible to get marketplace insurance. In other words, if you're single and your income is less than $16,800 a month, then that means that you go to Medicaid. But if it's higher than that, then you would go to the marketplace. Because you've had a life-changing event, you don't have to wait until November or to open enrollment to enroll. If you've had a baby, if you've recently got divorced, gotten married, changed jobs, just moved into the state of Ohio, maybe you've just gotten released from a correctional institution, all of these things make you eligible for life-changing events. If you don't qualify, or if your income falls below that $16,800, then that makes you eligible for Medicaid. Medicaid will cover your medical, dental, hospitals, doctor visits, prescriptions, mental health. In between COVID and what's going on in our streets with police issues, that's enough to make anyone who may need to do some mental health. Doesn't mean that you're crazy. Don't let that stigma try to persuade you. You just may be depressed because of what's going on. You just may need somebody to talk to. No shame in that. But without health care, that can become an issue. Get your health care. I want to get to this young lady, so I'm going to leave you alone for a minute, but just remind you, get enrolled. And if you won't do it for you, do it for your children. If you're married, do it for your wife. Do it for your husband. Just do it. How are you doing, young lady?
I'm great, thank you. How are you?
Hey, I woke up. It's a good day. Listen, everybody, we have with us today Carmen Poellnitz. No, I'm going to say it again. I'm going to get her name right. I'm going to look at it. I wrote it down. This way I could try to pronounce it better. Carmen Poellnitz.
Poellnitz.
Yeah. See? I told you I was going to get it right. Poellnitz. It's a piece of cake. Come on, guys. You should have had that. That was easy. How you doing, Paula? Paula is a personal and group fitness youth instructor through ISSA, which is International Sports and Science Association. She's also Zumba licensed to teach kids and adults. I didn't even know that children took Zumba, so that's some good information to know. What's really awesome, this young lady started her own company, and it's called Kids Work Out Too. Kids Work Out Too. I think a lot of times we don't think about children working out or being healthy. One other thing I do want to mention, she has a very nice bio, but something I want to mention because it's got my attention, that in 2019, this young lady started her own company. So this is a business owner right here. She started her own company called Smoothies on the Go.
Yes.
Smoothies. Do you have a strawberry smoothie?
I have a strawberry nana.
A strawberry nana smoothie.
Yes, and then also for a limited time, summertime, it's called Summer Breeze, and it's got strawberries, mangoes, and pineapples.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to have to get me a smoothie on the go. I don't know if I'll be going. I'll just get it and go home. I guess I will. I'll get it, go home, and I'll eat it. I drink it. Or maybe I'll just get it to be that good. I'll just drink it in the car. We'll see. So, Carmen, tell us about your company. Or tell us about the International Sports and Science Association.
Well, that's where I got my certification through.
Okay.
And then also, like, I started kids workout too back just a few months ago because I had got certified last year, but I wasn't really training per se. And so I slowly started getting people contacting me in regards to personal training. And so now that school's out, I've really been training like a lot, personal training one-on-one with kids. And it's very awesome that because the kids, they come to me and they're like, very shy, don't really want to work out. But then once we start getting going and we meet, and it's like they take off and they love it. And they contact me when they have questions or anything. I just love what I do.
What ages? So when you say children, how young? I think that's my first question. How young are you accepting?
So for personal training, I start off like at 4. I do some summer camps, and they're small. The smallest, well, the youngest, I won't say smallest. The youngest kid is 3, preschool age. So. And
you get 3-year-olds to do a structured workout.
I got to make it fun for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to make it fun for them. But yeah, so I go into 2 summer camps, and the little babies, they love me. They like, when you coming back, But I try to incorporate, fun and also fitness in both because their attention span is very short. So, yes.
Okay, so the youngest being 3.
Yes.
What is the oldest? So when you say youth, does that go up to 18 or is that stopping? Okay.
18, yes.
So you have all these different individual classes, because I would assume there's not a 17-year-old with a 12-year-old, or
no,
maybe there are.
No, so right now just personal training. I haven't did a group class yet, with all the COVID going on. So right now I'm just one-on-one training with kids. Or if there's sister and brother, I do train sisters and brothers.
Let me ask you, what is that like right now during the age of COVID to be able to personal train?
Well, when it first hit, I was training in person, but then once it hit, I had like everything, stopped. So I have recently got back into it, like the beginning of May. Parents started reaching out to me saying like, okay, it seemed like it's kind of like slowed down a little. My child needs some personal attention, are you willing to work? And I'm like, yes, So I first set up a consultation with the parent and the kid because some kids are very like shy and hesitant, So I try to do a meet and greet with the child. So to get to understand, what their goals is and how I can help the kid. And then also just, build that relationship with the child too. So.
And are you finding that, because you said you sit with them, their parents as well, but the children, and try to get an idea of their goals. So are you seeing that young people are getting in that mindset where it's like, I want to be healthy, or I want to lose weight, or I want to, or somewhere along that way?
Oh, yes. I was going to say some of the kids, they might be overweight, and they like, I just want to feel good, and I want to be able to, run and, do regular activities. And I'm like, okay, I can definitely help you get back to where you want to be. So.
Well, I noticed something also in your bio where you mentioned something about nutrition. And so you work with the children. And I know in order for children to be able to achieve whatever nutritional information, or advice you're giving, it's going to have to go through the parents.
Correct.
So I know you're having a conversation with the parents, but I'm curious to know what that conversation is like with the children.
Well, first I ask them I'm being honest. I say, what's some things you ate? Like, what did you eat today? And they'll tell me like, oh, I had some chips and, I had this and that pop, and I'm like, I'm like, well,
By
are
the
you
way,
ready
I had
for?
some chips and some pop
Yeah,
and some
they say
cookies. No, I mean, I
cookie.
did personally. So go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, so they'll tell me that, and they were like, well, I had some salad or a piece of chicken, and I'm like, okay, are you willing to change how your eating habits are? And they're like, well, yes, and then they'll say like, oh, well, I don't really like that. I don't like that, and I'm like, are you willing to try some new things? Yes, okay. I said, okay, well, we got to start, you got to meet the kids where they at. So I don't try to tell the parents to be very harsh on the kids, because if you be harsh, they're not 9 times out of 10. They're just gonna say, okay, no, I don't want to do it. So I try to tell them find like alternative things that they might like. So if they like, for instance, they like pizza, make your own. Don't buy the frozen kind. I'm like, you can make your own. I'm like, you can use either like a tortilla, like a flour tortilla, wheat one, and then also like buy like the toppings. Make your own pizza. Make it, so it's less processed, of course, and then also less calories on, with a pizza. But
Okay, so you actually you are actually able to have some very productive conversations with youth. Obviously, not
yes.
3 years old, I would assume, but
Yeah, the older kids, about like 7, 8 and up.
okay.
Yes.
So you get a good conversation with them. What would you say the difference is in the working out with the younger and the older? Who would you say is more committed?
Oh, the younger kids, because they be so
had a
ready.
feeling you were
They
gonna
be
say
so
that.
ready to just like, oh, when we working out again, because I make it fun for them. I don't try to make it just so strict.
What's fun? So, because I have recently, at one point I was 275 pounds.
Wow.
I have recently started riding a bike in like the last 2 months,
Okay.
and that is fun for me. My
Yeah.
goal, I live in Wyoming. My goal is to ride from Wyoming to Fountain Square and back by Labor Day.
Okay.
It's about almost 30-mile round trip. That's my goal.
Okay.
That's fun.
Yeah.
I like that. But explain to me
So
from yours.
So like 2 days ago when I trained one of my clients, like we had an obstacle course, and I was like, okay, I challenged her. I said, you think you can beat me? And of course she said yes, but of course I wasn't letting her win. She was very competitive too. But no, just like things that they like to do, I try to incorporate it into our session. So if a child, likes to run, we might do like some suicides, or I might bring out like a ladder, and we might do, different things with the ladder, and so like I would challenge them. For me, I'm like, okay, I can beat you, and so I try to make it competitive and also fun. So I definitely won once we did the obstacle course, but
So you didn't let them win.
no, I didn't.
And that's good too. I mean, really, because sometimes, and especially in this age, that there's a lot of situations with children where you let them win. When I was growing up playing sports, you won or you lost,
Right, exactly.
right? And if
Exactly.
you lost, that gave you fuel and energy to come back the next time. We're going to play you in 2 weeks or whatever, and we're going to win.
Right.
And I know for today, it's a little bit more like, well, you participated, and so that's good enough.
Right,
And
yeah.
then you get in the real world, and the real world goes, yeah, you participated, but you didn't win, so bye.
Exactly,
And
exactly.
then you're disappointed. So I like the fact that you're training them, but not saying, I'm just going to let you win.
Right.
To boost your confidence. Build your confidence by trying harder.
Oh, yes. Oh,
And
yes.
I like that.
And I definitely pushed them too. I pushed them because one girl had told me like, I can't do it. I said, wait, we don't use that word. We don't use can't, because you can do it. I'm like, I'm going to push you to a certain extent. I'm like, I'm going to slowly, as we go and keep meeting, I'm like, I'm going to continue to push you to your limits. I'm like, I know you can do it. I'm like, you just have to, try, be willing to openly try and new things. And I'm like, and she definitely, this was one of my teenager kids, but she was like, wow. She was like, I didn't think I can do, hold a plank for 30 seconds. I'm like, see, practice makes perfect. I'm like, the more and more you keep doing it, you'll definitely be, you'll achieve your goals. So.
So you love children,
Oh, yes.
and kids work out too.
Yes.
Did you create that logo?
I did.
All right.
I did.
And so tell me again, how long? It's about 4 months, 5 months
For what?
for kids work out too, or is it longer? Did I miss that? How long has kids work out too?
Oh, yes, 4 months.
So about 4 months. So
Yeah.
in this 4 months, so you've had a quarter
Yes.
of a year, so to speak, to evaluate your young people that you're working with. Would you say up until this point that you feel is really successful?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I was going to say, my very first client that I had, the kid, she ended up leaving for a little while, and then she came back, and she was just like, I missed you so much, you know. She was like, I did workouts, but it wasn't like how you make it, you know, make it fun and exciting. Because I encourage them, push them, and, you know, I'd be myself, and then I want them to be their self with me as well. So I really enjoy working with the kids. I really do.
So if I wanted to get my child involved, and you do adults too as well.
Yes, I do have 3 adult clients.
Okay. So either myself or my children, I want to get them involved. They're interested.
Mm-hmm.
What is that process like? What am I doing? Am I going online, or is there? You said there's an interview.
Right now, I am working on my website, but you can either email me at kidsworkout2@gmail.com, or you can call me at 513-472-4363.
So is that Kids Workout 2, TOW, or the number 2?
Sorry, yeah, it's 2, TOO.
Oh, TOO.
Yes.
What did I TOW? I'm sorry.
You're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 2,
I
like
messed that
TOO.
up. And it's right there.
Yeah.
So we email you, we get an appointment, we get set up. How long after we talk do I get to start? Or
I was
will
going to say, so normally I have a consultation, and the consultation is free, and then depending on how the parents' availability and my availability, I definitely get them started like as soon as possible, you know.
Let me ask you this, and this isn't, you know, not to quote a price, but is it affordable?
Yes, I believe it is.
Okay.
I mean, the parents tell me it is, so.
Oh, well, that's, at the end of, listen, they're the ones spending the money, so if they think it's affordable,
Yeah.
you can go with that affordable.
Okay.
So that part is good. Have you worked at any gyms or personal training around the city before starting this?
Yeah, so my mentor, which I owe her, you know, a lot, she's Denise Byers. She owns Boot Camp Cincinnati.
Mm-hmm.
I was under her wing. I'm still under her wing. She's a phenomenal mentor. She taught me a lot of what I know. So, yeah, I've worked with her. And then I did train out of her personal studio.
Okay. Let me ask you this, because I'm curious. What made you want to be a personal trainer? Obviously, you're fit, but what made you want to, you know, because
Work with kids.
everybody can't teach, right?
Right,
You might be
exactly.
able to achieve a goal, but that doesn't mean you can teach it. What made you want to?
So my cousin came to me like 3 years ago and was telling me that he wanted to get back in shape, and you know, he said, I see you always, you know, working out and eating right. He said, can you help me? And I'm like, yes. I'm like, sure, you know. And I was like, yeah, I can definitely help you. I'm like, I can guide you through some things. And the more and more I worked with him, it was just like an eye-opener. And then I prayed about it, and I asked God, you know, is this something that, you know, that I can do? Like, I'm like, I really love fitness, so. And I was trying to gear towards adults, but then once I started working with my cousin, and I'm like, you know what, kids, and then I did some research, and just the obesity rates just steady climbing, you know, from when I was a kid, you know, it wasn't that many obese kids, but now it's like, you know, you see it growing rapidly, and I was like, okay. I was like, this is what I want to do. And I loved working with him. And then I had another little kid that wanted to work out with me. And I was just like, okay, this is what I want to do. So I made it happen. And here I am working with kids.
Okay. 4 months, a quarter of a year. Do you have a gym somewhere?
I do not yet. I'm hoping that, one day soon that will be, my next step is.
So basically you're saying if somebody has a building somewhere and they're going, I just don't know what to do with this building, they could reach out to you and rent it, or just be super nice and just say, here, I'm going to donate it to you. Is your company a 501c3?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
Are you going to be, or do you think, I guess whenever everything is kind of so up in the air, it's kind of hard to say what anything is, right? But
yeah.
Do you think you plan on trying to work with the school system?
Yes, definitely want to
so that is a plan you have?
Definitely want to get in the school systems, want to get in, because another person had mentioned to me, like the juvenile, the diabetes, helping kids, that way too. So any way it's possible, I can help kids, especially just not even fitness, just understanding how to properly eat, and enjoy eating. I mean, you can't strip kids down to the nitty gritty. Like, okay, no, you can't have that, you can't have that, you can't have that. No, it is ways you can definitely enjoy, something maybe not so.
So then what's a fun, if I can use fun, nutrition, if I can use these two words in the same sentence. What is a fun nutritional meal for a kid?
Okay, so it just depends on what the kid likes, but so if they like a piece of chicken, they can have that chicken with maybe like some barbecue sauce, and then have like a veggie, and then maybe they want a piece of fruit, that that could be something. Or if not, if they like a piece of fish, they have a piece of fish and their favorite vegetable, and then maybe some rice if they like rice,
What I didn't hear was dessert.
Dessert is like fruit. That's like some fruit.
Oh, so the fruit is the dessert.
Yes. Or you might have like if a kid like yogurt and put some fruit in there, something like that and sort. Or you can use whipped cream and fruit,
So can that be fried chicken, or does it need to be baked? Okay. Yeah, let's not do fried chicken. That should be baked chicken. Listen, that should be baked chicken. Don't pay attention to her. I'm telling you, baked chicken is the thing. No, I'm joking. So a piece of baked chicken, one piece?
Yes, one piece.
The breast, because, everything else is just so tiny. I think maybe I'm asking for me, but for the children. I know I've heard that it's good to eat a lot of multiple meals a day. And this is my last question for you. Does that apply for children as well?
Yes, it could be smaller meals. Definitely not no large meal. It can be something just like I was saying, like a piece of chicken and, maybe a vegetable. And then like a few hours later, they can have a snack, Definitely snack in between
like
those
fruit,
meals.
but not get into a
Not
bag of barbecue chips and Oreo cookies with a Pepsi on the side. Not that I would eat anything like that, but we know there are people that do it.
Yes.
Carmen Poellnitz.
Yay. Yes.
Thank you very much for being on the show.
Thank you.
Definitely would like to get you back, but maybe we could get you back with one of your young people, and then you can show what a workout would look like. I think that would be really good. Or a couple of young people. I think that would be really great. I might even join you.
Okay.
As long as it's not too hard.
Okay.
Listen, we want to thank everybody for taking time today to spend with us. You've heard what Carmen is doing. She's working with young people. She's working with adults. So you could get your whole family involved, and everybody can get healthy. And I think no matter how healthy you are, you could probably afford to get a little bit healthier. So we want to thank you for spending time with us. We pray that we gave you some information that will improve your quality of life. And listen, until the next time we see you, stay faithful, stay healthy.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
Appreciate it.
All right, yeah, that would be good to bring some young people and